Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. This morning I'm going to be doing a detox mask. I'm going to be doing the Bentonite clay mask with the apple cider vinegar with the mother. So I thought I would bring you guys along. I first started doing this mask maybe like late February as I was preparing for my wedding day in April. Wedding planning can be stressful. I was breaking out, and I'm the type of person that when I am stressing, I don't like overeat or undereat or anything. It just all comes through my skin. So I was researching this mask on YouTube, got the ingredients at my local grocery store and beauty supply store and made it and did it and absolutely fell in love with it. This mask is very potent. It is very strong. When I first started doing it, I was doing it maybe like once a week because my skin was very just stressed and anxious with my approaching wedding date, even though my wedding planning was pretty chill. And now I probably only do it like once a month, once every 3 weeks. I might start doing it more frequently because I am expecting and my skin is doing some funny things as of late. I've just gotten like a few pimples here and there. I'm also out in the sun and outside a lot more at work. I'm a nanny, so I'm out with the kids every day, so I'm being exposed to a lot more pollutants and dirt and everything like that. So I just thought I would go ahead and do this mask. So let's go ahead and get started. So, of course, you have your apple cider vinegar. With this mask, you can use water or apple cider vinegar. I've heard with water it's not as effective. I've never tried it. I do like effective products. I do like the luxury and the aesthetic of skincare that you can feel, that feels like it's working. I also don't have sensitive skin. My skin is pretty normal, but if you have sensitive skin, you may want to switch this out for water. And it is recommended that you get the apple cider vinegar with the mother. And that's just, I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if you can see it. That's this thing right here. It's just kind of like this blob of, the core that has all of the nutrients and all of the good stuff in it. So you have that. And then the Bentonite clay, the Health and Beauty Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay, world's most powerful facial, deep pore cleansing, 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. I actually found this at my local beauty supply store. I've heard that you can also get it off Amazon. This lasts a long time. I've had this since late February and I still have a lot left, so you'll need that. I'm also going to be mixing it with these two things. I just have kind of like a stack of plastic plates that I keep under my sink. I've heard that you don't want to use anything metal. Oops, let me fix this. You don't want to use anything metal when you're making this mask because it dilutes the ingredients, and you don't want to use any metal when making this mask because the metal dilutes the ingredients. So you want to use plastic or glass. So I just have these little plastic plates that I keep under my sink to mix with. I got a set of these facial silicone spatulas on Amazon and they're so cute. I will link them down below. So let's get to the mixing. Okay, so generally when I make this mask, I always make more than what I need. And I always do like 2 scoops. So that's that. I'm going to put the top back on there. And now for the apple cider vinegar. Now this will be a little difficult for me because I'm filming with one hand. What I usually do is pour 2 capfuls into the mask, and that gives me the consistency that I like. I like a thicker, kind of creamier consistency versus a more watery one. So let's do that. Okay, so I have it here. I'm actually just going to try to gauge it as carefully as possible. And once the apple cider comes in contact with the bentonite clay, you'll hear it fizzle, kind of like you're opening a Coca-Cola or something. So now I'm just mixing. I might need a little more. So now it's like chunky, so I need to add some more because I want it to be kind of a thick, creamy consistency. I don't want it to be globby. I just want it to be smooth. Now this is looking better. Maybe I used a little too much, but it'll be okay once it starts to harden a little bit. I could add a little more, but to get like the perfect consistency that I want, but this will work. And see, oops. It's not too runny. It's going slowly. I think this will be good. Okay, so now that we have our mixture, it is time to apply. I just like to splash my face with some warm water. I don't technically cleanse my face in the morning. I do all of my extravagant stuff at night, and in the morning I just do a warm rinse. It is morning when I'm doing this mask, so I'm going to proceed as well. So now I have my mask on my damp skin, and I'm going to apply. And this is a little more watery than the consistency that I normally go for, but now that I think about it, with me being pregnant, this might be better, like more calming for my skin, because y'all, this mask is very, very potent, especially if you use the apple cider vinegar and not water. And on the bottle, on the jar, when it says you can feel it pulsating and pulling out all of the impurities on your face, it's very true. I quite enjoy it. I know it freaks some people out, but like I said, I like products that I can feel them working. I think it just adds a luxurious aesthetic to the experience.
Yeah, you had a doctor's appointment.
I don't know if y'all can hear my husband on the phone in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just layering, because like I said, I typically make more than what I need. And if I'm really feeling it, I'll even take this under my neck a little bit.
Yeah, I saw a couple. I saw Frankie too, and
take it to my hairline just a little bit because with me being natural, I do use a lot of products and I often break out on my hairline.
She wanna finish.
So, what's that? I think I'm almost there. I actually kind of like this a more watery consistency. It's a lot easier to work with and easier to layer. This might be my go-to consistency. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just feeling over here out there with this for late night. But
Hmm.
yeah, but yeah, I just told him just do the whole picture of me, but Paula, she don't like the whole
All right, y'all. So, this is how much mask I have left. Not too shabby. I do not save this. I go ahead and throw it out. So I'm gonna let this dry down, maybe for like 30 minutes or so. Oh, I got a little bit on my shirt. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna let this dry down for about 30 minutes or so while I do some stuff around the house, and then we'll come back and remove it together and see the final results. I probably will also do, depending on how my skin feels, because this is my first time doing this mask while pregnant. Depending on how my skin feels, I may either just follow up with my regular moisturizers, or I'll do a moisture mask instead that I can wear all day and sleep in overnight and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. The mask is fully dried down with the exception of kind of like my T-zone area. It is pretty tight, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it off. As I feel it tightening, I do try to move my face around a little bit, which is why it has already started to crack and it's not a smooth surface. So I'm actually just gonna kind of like pinch my temples to help the mask loosen up and crack. I'm gonna take my rings off while I do this. What I like to do is run my hot water, take a washcloth, and fully saturate it, squeeze it out a bit, and I like to put this over my face for a couple seconds to loosen up the mask, and then I'll start splashing my face. Feels so nice. I also forgot to mention to y'all that this mask is pretty stinky. With the apple cider vinegar, I am fairly used to the smell at this point because I've used it so much that my husband actually hates when I do this mask. That washcloth on my face actually felt so good. I think I'm going to repeat that a couple of times. So now I'm going to go ahead and splash my face, rinse this off, and mix it with my hands. Sometimes this gets in my nose. Okay, so I have cleaned up my sink area. And this is my skin. I would say that my pores definitely feel smaller. Oh, did I forget some under my chin? Yeah. I do think that I'm going to follow up with a moisture mask. It's also time for me to have another dermaplaning session, y'all. Very hairy. I am gonna follow up with a moisture mask in here, like a kit. I'm going to be using the Time Wise Moisture Renewing Gel Mask from Mary Kay. I actually like this a lot better than the Biocellulose mask. It's just that jelly consistency that it has, and the fact that this mask is so versatile. You can sleep in it. You don't have to rinse it off. You can, wear it during the day or overnight if you want. I've also used this in a lot of like pageant photo shoots where I want my headshot to look a little more natural. This gives a beautiful kind of, on top of bare skin, this gives a beautiful, I do not use this with makeup, but on bare skin, on top of bare skin, this gives a beautiful kind of natural glow. Like, y'all see what I'm talking about when I put it on. It's not too shiny, but it just gives kind of like a beautiful glow from within on top of the skin. I really, really like this. I'm almost out. I wish it did come like in a bigger package, but this is one of my favorite Mary Kay products. The mask that I just did actually replaced the charcoal mask for me. The charcoal mask is great, especially if you have sensitive skin, but the Bentonite clay mask is just so much more effective for me, so I don't really use a charcoal mask anymore. My husband still uses it though. So I'm just going to re-splash my face, re-dampen my face with some warm water. And not too wet, just, damp. My skin does feel just a tad bit drier than normal. So that's why I'm going to go with this moisture mask. And I'll probably keep it on for a few hours before I have to leave the house later today. So I'm not going to take too much. It's that, and it's pink. It's such a cute product. And I'm literally just going to rub it in. It smells so good. It has a nice light fragrance to it. I'm going to put it in my eyebrows. Make sure that y'all, when you're putting stuff on your face, whether it's a mask or moisturizer, that you're getting in your eyebrows. I have microblading. I don't fill in my brows on a daily basis. So if you do fill in your brows on a daily basis, you might not be able to do this. But yeah. So just make sure I cover all parts of my face. And I mean, I just love the way it looks. It's almost like a moisturizer, but not. It doesn't feel tacky or anything. It just gives a nice glow from within to the face. So I will leave this on for a few hours. I have slept in this before. It feels so refreshing to I guess, wash off the residue in the morning. And the thing is, this blends so beautifully into the skin, you don't even know that I technically have a moisture mask on. Um, so yeah, you guys, I love it. So I love the mask, and I love the bentonite clay mask in combination with this moisture mask. If I wasn't gonna put this on, I would just do my moisturizing combo of my Hydro Boost and my Moisture Rescue by Neutrogena and Garnier. I will still, well, depending on how I feel, I probably will still apply these after I take the mask off. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was relaxing. I hope you learned something new. And let me know down below if you like these products, if you have these products, if you are going to try these products, and what you want to see next.